Hey guys, so I'm doing an update on my mattress. So if you want to see the first video, click here. Here, somewhere. I'm gonna post it somewhere. So I've done a little bit. I haven't done a hell of a lot because it's really hard to do. I can only do it when the baby's asleep. She's just in a particularly unhappy point at this point. I don't know, she doesn't want to crawl or something. I don't know. Whatever. Back to the mattress. So, I'm at the finishing stages. If you see here, that's my little tiny stitches. I'm stitching this in white because, although you can see a little bit here, the majority of it is pretty much, pretty much invisible. That's how it looks stuffed. It's probably not as firm as I would like it, but it's as firm as I can get it right now. Considering that that is a normal seam, like as in done from the inside and turned outside, and that's my hand stitching, it looks pretty good, I think. So I'll just show you a little bit of how I'm actually doing it. I have pinned in a tiny seam allowance, just like, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch. Maybe a little bit over 1/4 of a centimetre, 1/3 of a centimetre. On both sides. And then I've pinned it back and forth a few times. Kind of hard to see, huh? Yeah, back and forth a few times with the same pin. And I pin 2 pins worth and then I stitch it. So I'm only picking up like a few millimeters. I started with a doubled over thread, and I had this much of it that was not doubled over. So if you have a look here, I'm really lazy. I hate rethreading needles and having to knot things and start again and blah 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 blah. I always end up hand sewing with a longer thread than you should. But here's how I get away with it. I don't get it to knot because I have it doubled over to, just this working thread. So it is actually a single thread, but that's only one, I've only used one needle with thread so far. I haven't had to rethread or anything like that yet. More or less, I'm just doing, I don't know if this is called running stitch. It's like, you'll see. So you take it from underneath, and of course it decides to knot the first time while you guys are watching. Huh. Makes me look incompetent, doesn't it? I might redo this. Okay, so I'm back. I got it unknotted. Ha. More fool me. And I'm just going to do a few stitches so you can see. I think I just dropped a pin. I'll try not to keep my hand in the way. It's kind of hard. I hope you can see that. So it's really, it's quite close work. I'm not terribly good seamstress, not hand stitching anyway. One reason is because I don't wear my glasses. Yeah, I wear glasses. And the other is I'm not good at sitting down and doing fine, precise work. But this is effective, and you can't really see it anyway, which is pretty good. So if you have a look there, I know it's not terribly, I'm trying to get the best picture. It's not terribly good quality picture, but that's how it looks before you stuff it. And then once you've stuffed it, it sort of flattens out, like, quite a lot. That's it. So, you see that? Yeah, so that it flattens out really nicely once it's actually stitched. It's actually got quite a good finish on it. When you first stitch it and it's not stuffed, you know, it seems to be fairly raised, but the act of stuffing it really does flatten it out. And it's not raised at all. It could be neater, but whatever. It's going to have a sheet over it anyway, so I think it's pretty good considering. I'm really happy with it. I've still got, you know, a little bit to go. So I'll do another video when it's finished, so you can see. Alright, thanks guys. Hey guys. Bye. So, this is the final making mattresses video. I just want you to show you how it's looking now. Excuse the whinging child behind me. She's in a bad mood. So if you have a look here, I started sewing from this end. Like, I got to this point and started sewing from the other corner because it was easier to stuff from the middle here than to stuff from the corner and try and sew the corner up. So now we've got a nice little hole here, and I could still stuff more into this, but I'm just leaving it as it is. So I'm just going to sew that up and then we'll be done. Okay, gonna go because the baby's crying.